She's a wild child. She's a wild child. A real wild child. She's a wild child, 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 a real wild child. You should have a warning on the box. Have voltage TikTok. You electric from my sentence. My God, you take me places. Oh, you're a real wild child. 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 We gotta hit the city. We gotta take over town. We gotta give it some muscle. And so you better come round. We are the in between us. There's nothing more to know. We only love and leave them. We only get up and go. We are the boys and we're doing alright. We're ready for anything, and tonight's the night. We're in
Good afternoon and welcome to the Andover Community Center here as the Huskies get ready to host the Minnetonka Skippers. I'm Joe Rulin along with Pete Hayes, and we have two teams that have one win but have had two different types of offensive output so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Glad to be here with you back in my happy space, the arena. And we do have a couple of teams that are always top 10 in the state of Minnesota. A lot of young players on both of these teams. It should be an exciting game today.
We have also some experienced coaching. A lot of success behind the bench for both of these teams. Melissa Volk in her 13th season, and at least in her 10th at Minnetonka. You've got a great legend there as well, and Tracy Casano, a former Minnesota Golden Gopher as well.
Yeah, they're both very good coaches, and like I said, they have young teams, but by the end of the year, you better watch out for these two.
Ready to drop the puck and get things set it here as, again, just moments away. We're ready to go. In the right to left, you'll see the Skippers. The Skippers, mentioned a team that put up 16 goals in a 16-0 win over Elk River in their season opener. And we'll talk more about that exciting tie that they had against Centennial just earlier this week. A 2-2 tie, but back behind the net, and we'll get you caught up on the netminders as well at the first stoppage of play, as we're glad to bring it to you. Loose getting back there is chance there for Fensky. She's being bothered up top and now behind the net trying to get things going. Right off the gate, we're going to get a roughing penalty.
Yeah, it was Julia Gerdes right there. Gave a cross check to the back of one of the Minnetonka players. So Tonka's going to get that early power play. Not the way that Andover wants to get this thing started.
No, not at all. Again, on that whistle, it will be Gerdes who gets the gate. So we'll talk to you here about those numbers on the power play as well as Minnetonka and their coaching staff very confident with some of their underclassmen. In fact, they have 10 players that have graduated from last year's team, but they're happy with that depth behind. Now moving it off to the corner, setting up at the near point now with singing it at half wall. The Huskies kind of on a chase on this hill. That kill here with a wrister getting all the way through, seeing it, a nice wrister, and a lot of traffic to matriculate that puck through, but a nice glove save. Corralled that time, and that'll give us a good cue to talk about Claire Hills, who made that glove save. She's 1-1 this season and comes in with the goals against of .95. And meanwhile, for a career, she's got a record of 38-15 and 3 in the goals against of 1.38. That's Claire Hills.
That's a lot of high school hockey games.
Meanwhile, the Skippers as well as they carry in. Here's Miller moving it in, puts it through the blue, looks for that tip still. A buck left on the power play here. Working it back again up to the tip, and that umbrella formation through the blue. That got through, but shaded through the blue. I thought maybe we might see a tip. Into the corner now, half wall, working it out. Set there. Benedict. Benedict is that's on the centers that second line, which Coach Tracy calls electric. That's one electric line. Their speed. Still left plenty of time here. 30 on that power play. Good pressure at the blue line. Well, I thought we might see a trip, but nothing called. Play on. Good for the Huskies on that set. Across the way, hitting a winger, going from one side to the other, and a beautiful save. Hills had to come back, and good technique to get over as she moved from the right side to the left side on that wrister. Circling back up, Sommerfeld. She puts it through. They've had some cutters, some good movement by the Skippers on this power play. Just have not been able to capitalize on that. There's Allie Ryan. She had the game-tying goal with 1 second left to tie Centennial. That game was a thriller as well. Centers in front, left all alone, but Fanning on that golden opportunity there with the Skippers.
Yeah, Minnetonka moving the puck really well. Really like the way that Andover pressed on that penalty kill. Early on in the season, that's what you want to do, because power plays aren't quite like they're going to be midway the end of the season. So the more you can press them, the better.
Well, they had some great flow, right? Some good motion. Opposite wing, you're seeing the Cutters, and almost able to capitalize there. But the penalty kill successful for Andover, but that's coming up now about 45 seconds ago. And Minnetonka still possessing the puck here in the Huskies' end. The draw picked up behind by Schreifels. Schreifel moves it up along the board, trying to convert out to Larson. Back again. Pressure here by Minnetonka. Huskies can just send it length of the ice. They wave off the whistle there back behind. Now the Huskies trying to fend for it and get at some activity and put some pressure on themselves. The Skippers are with a new goalie since Hemp is playing with the Golden Gophers as a freshman this year. That's a big load to try to fill as well, but stick is gone and off. Jabs is finally getting one back from the teammate. Now a 3-on-2 quickly emerges here for Minnetonka. Fanning in the blue, but some speed coming all the way down the center of the ice. And cut back now, so.
Yeah, I really like the way right there Minnetonka ran that 3-on-2. That second person into the zone, cut to the middle of the ice, and they left that trailer on the far side. So nice rush there by Minnetonka. Good defense by Andover.
Hey, Mo came out of nowhere. Good burst of speed, and she fanned on a shot opportunity that was in the blue. Into the corner now, the Huskies trying to apply some of their own pressure, but I'll tell you, Minnetonka poke checking their way and really staying in front and on the possession. A bouncing puck here deflects. Back to the corner now. One-time blast misses the net. Coming in was Gertis to try to unload on a shot. Forcing Clough back, Molly Clough. The sophomore blue liner.
Here's that second line out there right now for Minnetonka.
Hockbaum. She has a goal and 3 assists. And then Benedict Senators. That line, she has 2 goals, 2 assists. Converging over that time. McAlexander puts the shot on, and we get a whistle with 11:43 to go. And so far, it's been Minnetonka playing downhill, Pete.
Well, Minnetonka's going back on the power play right now. There was a trip at the blue line that they didn't call earlier, and he pretty much needed to do it this time. And Molly Clout is going to the box.
Clough gets the box. She does. Not really any time for that sin bin seat to get cold over there as the Huskies replace it, and Clough picks up 2. Another chance. Unable to clear. Didn't get everything they wanted on that clear attempt. A deflection in front sends it into the netting.
Yeah, Andover's doing a nice job on these penalty kills. A couple times, though, they had an opportunity to clear and didn't get it done. And you can't do that against a team like Minnetonka with their skill set.
Working now, trying to get some of the motion rocket and inset on this power play. Finally stepping into this one. And sending it length of the ice there was Lena Fensky. Minnetonka spent the majority of the time in the Minnesota end. In the Huskies end.
Yeah, they're showing
some
good jump out here to start this game, Joe.
Pass just a little bit too hard for Miller. Jumping up to that. Same song, different verse that time as Fensky sends another one. Length of the ice. 1:10 left on the power play. And coming in here, all set. Now we're going to get another penalty going to Minnetonka as Schreifels was trying to race to the puck. And
yeah,
she was hauled up.
Yeah, she had a clear path to the goal right there. So a pretty good penalty right there, if there is such a thing, by Elaney Lindsay, the freshman third-line center for Minnetonka.
Well, they'll skate 4 side for the next 59 seconds, and we'll see which team can use that extra ice to their advantage. Andover last season 21-9-1. They're in the third game of the season here with a mark of 1-1. A 4-1 win over Holy Angels, and then a tie to Forest Lake.
Yeah, that's a good win, Joe, right there over Holy Angels. They're a top 20 team in the state of Minnesota.
Had some juice. I'm not sure what the discussion is that transpired. They haven't brought me in.
Looks like they're going to put those two forwards back out again. It must have been a late shift. And here comes one of the defenders, too. So they must have got a late shift in, and the referees didn't like it. That has to be what it is.
Jumping in now here for the faceoff. That was Piper Andrews, senior blue liner. Controlled, trying to move it back out. Delayed offside, trying to back on, but by the time they get back on side, the Huskies, Minnetonka then brings it in on an offside. So the game had some flow going in the opening power play. Now it's like trying to get that locomotive started. Yeah,
absolutely.
A series of whistles, and now we'll get it set. I promise you it's ready to roll. These two teams are two strong skating teams, and we'll see that the remainder of this afternoon. McAlexander now carries in, has a poke check off of her stick, back inside center ice, and now pass across. Trailing on the play. This one whistled high and up off the deflection. The 4-on-4 will continue for the next 20 seconds. But right now, Minnetonka controlling. They're skating in. Pass. And the cutter coming down that middle went off of Benedict there. Lofton.
Yep. They've just missed, Joe, on a few passes, Minnetonka, here in the early stages of this game.
They center that one, but it goes right to Piper Andrews. Piper Andrews lifts it, and Eggert carries it in here. A Whistler from center ice, gloved, or at least moved up to the half wall. Now, carrying, here comes Andover, trying to guide it up. They have a power play here for the next 40 seconds. Working in, Schreifel, she can fly. She's underneath, she kind of engineers that power play, she or Andrews, but this one's deposited into the Minnetonka bench with 29 seconds left. Before the game, head coach Tracy Casano said that game and that tie versus Centennial was probably one of the most fun games I've ever coached in my life.
Wow, when you score with 1 second left, that's fun.
and Centennial had just taken that lead with 13 seconds left.
Oh, my.
And she said, I'm always stressing to them, be ready at faceoff. You can get the advantage, and they did. The shot was just right on top of the blue. They had it, and now here, the Huskies cannot hold the zone. Cross ice, picked up here, and now back at full strength are the Skippers.
Nice job by Minnetonka there on their kill. We're back at even strength, which we haven't been a whole lot this game, Joe. About halfway through.
8.5. Gerda skating, going coast to coast, hits the post, almost got it there, good. Strong skating, good hard wrister coming in. There, Gertis getting it back. She's moved away from that puck, and here's a blast, and that blast hits Gertis, and it's directed back out to Clough. And now it's center ice. Schreifels. And sent in by Gertis, and they're going to make some wholesale changes on the fly, doing some hunting for that puck.
Yeah, Gertis is going to have to be one of the leaders on this Andover team this year. She's got a lot of playing time in the last few years. She's a junior, and she's one they're relying on this year.
Near side, trying to move it up and then overskate it. That puck was Sophie Lee. Lee reaches. Off the mark, does not go on net, and we'll get the whistle for an ice. 7:38 to go here in an interesting first period, really, Pete. It's just both teams, Minnetonka really came out flying. Had that power play. They had the 4-on-4. And then the Huskies really couldn't get anything generated in the 40 seconds they had left on the extra skater. Down low, kicked out now. Clough has it. She rings it back behind to her defensive mate there in Fensky. Poke check now. And here we Andover on the carry. Trying to generate a little mojo there. Fensky taking it in deep.
Yeah, Fensky's, you've noticed her early here.
Down the field, next to the guy, poking, prodding around, and this time unable to close it up there with a little crash of the net opportunity there for Wagner. Back the other way, reciprocating, flying in with some speed, explosive skates now on the doorstep, turned away, trying to put a backhand by Hills, and shots on goal already are at a 9-3 margin for Minnetonka with 6:49 to play first period.
I really like the way that Minnetonka comes out of their zone. They come out with a little bit of zip, but great job there by Claire Hills, the Andover goalie, to cut off that angle.
Off the faceoff. Again, Minnetonka getting some good looks, and I don't expect them to not cash in on a couple of those if they continue to get the quality looks that they are, just settling the puck and putting one on. The Huskies send this through neutral ice. Back to retreat.
With a goalie like Hills, Joe, you can let him shoot from the point if she's going to be able to see the pucks, because she's going to stop 95% of those. So a lot of point shots here early for Minnetonka.
Piper Andrews, she's got some steam moving in. Lifts this one, but just to the side of the net. South of 6 to play, opening period, no score. The Skippers visiting the Andover community. This on a matinee game here at Andover. And again, Joe Rulin along with Pete Hayes, as early in the season for both of these squads. But Andover, as I mentioned earlier, a record of 21-9-1. They scored 118 goals last season, but they graduated 74 of those goals.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals to make up. But, you know, both of these teams, they just reload. They don't rebuild, they reload.
Minnetonka trying to work it in, but now the Huskies trying to pressure. The board here moved up on the half wall. Miller carries it across center ice and separated from the puck.
That was a real nice job, just riding her off into the boards right at the blue line. Great job by the Andover defender.
In the corner, but again, Minnetonka gets possession in the Huskies' end, and I'll tell you, they do a good job of sustaining pressure. The Huskies really struggling to move the puck out. Pinching in. Good plays there, Jelinek. Excuse me, that was Capella who had moved in, but another ice on Andover, and Andover just really having some struggles getting into a flow.
Yeah, nice job there by Andover's defender, Lexi. Lexi made a really nice block, right, Lexi Wagner. But I remember we used to practice with like tennis balls and have them come out and block shots. But the thing was, those tennis balls, they got pretty hard after a while.
That they would.
You thought you were doing them a favor not shooting pucks, but we found out different.
Those welts will make up. Keepman is back for the Skippers. This is deflected into the penalty box that is currently unoccupied except for the official. 4:45 left here, opening period.
I know you talked about it earlier, Joe, but both of these teams, they skate really well, and that's what you expected. Maybe don't have the goal scorers that they've had in the past, but they skate like they have in the past.
Well, a 16-0 win for Minnetonka over Elk River. Certainly a great, robust way to start the season and trying to build some confidence and maybe some underclassmen on their scoreability. Nice shot, nice job to come up and make the block there, deflect. Shot attempt by Iceland Larson. Backhander left all alone, now behind, moving in. Summerfield goes in, shows backhand, beautiful save. Showed that forehand, went to the backhand. And Hills with an outstanding save to keep it at zeros. South of 4 minutes to play, opening period.
Two things I really liked on that, Joe. One is she called for the puck. The defender got her head up, heard her yelling for the puck, got it to her. And the second one, Claire Hills. Nice save.
Summerfield also kind of waiting back here on that blue line. Giovanni heads to the bench right now. Make a line change, but Huskies kind of lost track of Summerfield that time. And it was a good pass, good hands by her as well. Fensky trying to just clear the zone, get some pressure there from Stern. Opening period here.
11-3 in shots here early.
It is. The best opportunity so far was Gertis. And hers, but turned away. Now reciprocating the rush, coming back. Left alone, now she goes to the side, allows a teammate to cut down the middle, goes through the skates of Engstrom. And back is Eckert. Eckert looks her way up, pass deflected, finally through fluttering, hits the ice. Eckert gets another run at it and just chips at it. There'll be no ice here. 2.5 to play here, opening period. Both teams getting some looks, but right now Minnetonka, the skipper's out shooting the Huskies 11-3.
We have not seen a lot of dump and run here. They're trying to bring that puck into the zone together.
A nice little short hopper by Eggert that time. Always difficult. Can handcuff the goalie, and that time Kills makes that save. But coming right in where the skipper's looking and hunting for a rebound.
Hills comes out so nice, cuts down those angles. She's very confident in her ability back there. She's confident in the glove, and she's doing a really nice job here to start this game for Andover.
Minnetonka in the offensive end wins the faceoff. Circling back. Miller with a laser over the top of the cage. And the Huskies on the breakout. They triangulate to the skippers. That time the Huskies forward moving it in. That was Larson. You could see all three of them kind of converging on her with the puck, but the Huskies cannot hold the zone. Skippers move it back out now. Came up. Here comes Miller once again. Some additional pressure. 4 goals, 1 assist for Delaney Miller this season. High wrister, glove save. Amongst all of that traffic, good focus by Hills. And the faceoff will come just to her left.
There's that glove, very confident in it. Stuck it out there. Puck goes right into it, and we got a faceoff. Nice job again by Hills.
Gertis will step in to take this draw. A couple of 10s, and the other is Lindsay. Right back at it. Looking on that breakout, getting a clean one there by Fensky. Huskies now move in. There's Gertis looking to get some space, but then she's bracketed in the corner. 90 seconds left, opening period. Summerfield races to the puck here, but getting back defensively was Andover, but Summerfield does a good job of blocking it. Now lofts a backhand about hip high, just in that low slot, and now the puck is moved back out. Minnetonka controls, and again, they leave alone Summerfield all alone. She's in near the dot, trailer coming, shot, save is made, but a good job of coming back to help out on the back check that time for Andover.
Yeah,
with number 21, Iceland Larson. Or a great all-alone opportunity it would have been there for Minnetonka, and number 19, Mo.
Yeah, nice job by Larson right there. Great 3-on-2 by Minnetonka, but Larson hustling back, breaking up that play.
Streifels backhands it to Clough. Clough looks to navigate her way out, almost double team in her own end. Minnetonka not at all bothered to put some pressure on the Huskies defense when they come out. Now a turnover, picked it up, shot here, wrister over the top. A rising wrister that time by the skippers. And they are getting some good looks. There's one just inside center ice, the red line. And that had some velo on it.
Yeah, it really did.
And kind of went right up top around that collarbone action up on Hills.
You know, it's never a bad idea to throw it on goal, but that puck's not going to get behind Hills. They're going to need some tic-tac-toe down low to get by her today. She looks pretty sharp.
34 seconds left, first period to win. The Skippers on the face-off. That shot saved, deflected over the top after the stick save by Hills. And offside. Whistle that time by on Kennedy Keepman.
You know, shots are 14-3 in favor of Minnetonka. But all that counts, Joe, is the score, and it's 0-0.
Hey, you sound like a coach.
Well, you have to try to find something positive when you're getting outshot that much.
Face off again in possession of Minnetonka. A little moonwalk backwards on a skate, and finally they start up ice. Cannot get a clean pass, but they get a stick on the Andover defense who tried to move it up. This one, a little look of frustration, I think, on that last pass by Andover, and the Huskies are scoreless here in this first period, and they are being outshot 14-3, and Hills has been playing on her head here in period number one. Your thoughts, Pete?
Well, we really see the speed. I think the difference in the game so far is the speed of Minnetonka. And when they get that puck, they are heading up ice right now, getting a lot of 3-on-2s, got themselves a breakaway. So Andover's going to tighten up a little bit, and I'm sure they'll come out with a little more hop this next period.
No score in the one. Andover and the Skippers. Girls high school hockey coming your way here on QCTV.
Well, today we're celebrating Round Barn Trading Company. We've been here 10 years, so we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and then we're also celebrating the Round Barn's 40th birthday. So they started the store in September of 1985 here. And so it just happens to be the same month for us, but 10 years, so we're just doing a big celebration of that, yeah.
The historic Round Barn is over 140 years old and has been in business as an antique and gift shop for over 30 years, with 4 different owners through the years. Before the 10-year celebration, current owner Julie Davis decided to give the barn a little update. New siding.
Isn't that beautiful? So yes, the barn was, that's 150-year-old wood that was ready to have a facelift, and so Presbyterian Homes had contracted with a local company, Archway, and they came out, and the barn got new windows, new doors, new siding. There's Tyvek under the siding, so we're excited about that this winter because the drafts and stuff through those windows in that old barn. We're excited to see what that's going to bring in, change up for the inside for us to help with that. So yeah, it's got a new facelift and it's good for another 150 years.
That's what we want to hear.
Right.
To ensure that the Round Barn Trading Company will stick around for many more years to come. The 2-day celebration had vendors from the barn favorite picks.
My name is Sarah, and I started Sarah Girl Soaps back in 2020. I make fun handcrafted soaps made from olive, coconut, castor, and palm oil, and I've been a vendor at the Round Barn since January this year.
I'm here, I have all of my crocheted snugglers. They have unstuffed bodies, so they're easier for little kids to hold and play with. as well as some of my decor items that are in the barn.
I am owner of So Cute Embroidery. I've been selling my items in the barn for about 8 years. These are my best selling things that I have with me today, and some new sweatshirts for the local teams. The barn is, if you can't find a gift in the barn for anyone, you're shopping at the wrong place. So great to shop local. They have great events here, great people that work here, and I'm just really glad to be a part of the Round Barn.
We hear from a few of the vendors on why it's so important to keep shopping local.
I just think that we try really hard to make a living off of our homemade goods, and it's more personal, it's local, and it just means something to us and probably the people that buy and get the gifts.
I think just, being able to support somebody, being able to, have a business with their hobby that they love, but we take a lot of pride and joy and care in the ingredients that we do, the products and the quality that we have, and I feel like we care. We care about the customers that are shopping with us and want to provide a good quality product.
The barn is really special because they not only have their small business, but they have all of these other small businesses in their store where you can come and shop 7 days a week. When being one person doing this by myself, I can't have that luxury of being able to sell my products 7 days a week.
I just want to tell my community, thank you for giving me this opportunity and continuing to support the barn and let us be that we've been here 10 years, because we absolutely love just being a part of the community and meeting the customers and the barn girls and the community and watching them interact with the artisans. It's just thank you for that opportunity and letting us continue the tradition. Yeah.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Central Unit, any Central Unit in ADW in progress, 688 South Santa Fe Avenue, 688 South Santa Fe Avenue.
Today, we're getting a behind-the-scenes tour of the brand new, state-of-the-art 911 Emergency Communications Center in Anoka County.
We have our information channel. Again, it's information channel. We have call takers, police dispatchers, fire dispatchers, and then our supervisors. And they run the ship. They keep us, they do what they do best and help Anoka County. And then we dispatch our public safety partners, police, fire calls, rescue calls. So they pretty much do the hard work.
Leading the tour is Director Carrie Morrissey. Carrie explains that public safety is top priority for any emergency call center, but Anoka County has gone to great lengths to protect the mental health and overall well-being of their dispatch crew.
But you can tell there's a different morale here now. We're all a little more happier. We don't feel so secluded. I think one of my favorite new things is our quiet room. So we have a massage chair in there, so we get a little break and we get that. And then the patio is really nice. On those really nice days, it's nice to go out there and just relax.
Being a 911 dispatcher can be a draining job, so Carrie shows us some of the amazing amenities of the new facility that will help with the mental and physical well-being of their employees. From a beautiful open space with plenty of natural light, to a gorgeous kitchen with a patio that overlooks nature.
Definitely the space, the sunlight. At the old facility, we were kind of crammed in a basement. We had more people working each day than we had positions. So we had to have a couple people on every shift in the training room taking calls, which is supposed to be just for training. We couldn't fit everybody in the center because our population from 50 years ago is significantly bigger now than it was. So here we have enough spaces that you're not, when you have call takers, they're not sitting right next to each other, so you're not hearing the other person's conversation in the background while you're trying to talk to your person. So from a customer service point, they're not hearing my partner talk to somebody else while I'm trying to talk to somebody. Just the facilities, we now have, like I said, daylight compared to being in the basement. It's a lot larger of a space. We have a gym that we can work out with on our breaks to just kind of take a minute, breathe, and then come back to it refreshed.
Call
as a supervisor here in the center, we're just kind of in charge of, monitoring the dispatchers that are on the floor, incoming phone calls, anything that needs to happen, officer safety related, and just making sure that the flow of the center is maintained. And then if we have any equipment issues, kind of mitigating that and making sure that we work through those problems.
Anoka County got it. They're in the basement, our little dungeon area. They knew we needed something. We needed something for many years, and they made it happen. And they acknowledged that it's public safety. We are a public safety partner, and it's a hard job. And us taking calls, our imagination can be a little more vivid than the actual call sometimes. So there are actually studies that say that's worse for you. So for Anoka County to give us the wellness room, the weights, the treadmills, everything, we have a massage chair. It says a lot that they put so much thought into it. Even the patio with the grill on it, we've had teams, they grill on weekends, and it just, a lot of people, say this becomes it's your work family, and it really is, and people have to be close, you have to be able to talk to each other about this stuff, but Anoka County really, they knocked it out of the park with this building and the amenities they gave us.
We want to thank the members of the Anoka County 911 Emergency Center for giving us the tour today. And for anyone watching, stay safe out there.
School is back in session, and that means skating school is too. The Andover Community Center's Learn to Skate program is a perfect way for kids to build confidence, learn new skills, and have fun on the ice. Whether your child is just starting out or ready to take their skills to the next level, there's a class for everyone.
Yep, so we have a lot of Andover high school hockey players that come and help. A lot of coaches are the hockey players. We have had Ox players before, figure skaters as helpers.
We met up with Ashley, the program director who has been leading the Learn to Skate program for over 10 years, along with talented coaches like Jordan, who helps skaters of all ages gain confidence on the ice.
I'm Jordan Giacomini, and I grew up in Andover, Minnesota, and I'm just out here through the summer, helping out with the kids and teaching them how to skate and do fun things with them.
The Andover Skate School provides students with a solid foundation in ice skating. Each level introduces new skills that build on what skaters have already mastered, helping them grow step by step.
We like to get kids out on the ice as early as possible. It's the state of Minnesota, and everybody needs to learn how to skate.
This program is about teaching the young kids how to skate and eventually go to become a hockey player or figure skater, whatever they want to be.
For the younger skaters, ages 3 to 5, the Introduction to Ice class uses fun activities and games to teach the basics. Once they're ready, skaters can move on to the PALS or Basic program. The PALS program is a parent and child class, giving families a chance to learn together, while the Basic program offers group lessons for ages 3 to 15.
Yep, so we have 86 little kiddos signed up for our fall program. We have Intro to Ice, which is little kids that have never skated before. Then we have a PALS program, which is parent-child. And then we have Basic 1, 2, and 3. And our classes fill up super fast.
Registration for fall programs are now open at the Andover Community Center website. Don't miss out on your chance to sign up. And if you're passionate about skating, there's other opportunities. The Andover Skate School is currently hiring coaches. So if you enjoy working with children and have at least 5 years of skating experience, reach out to Cindy Ramsier to learn more.
Score! There you go!
For registration details and job opportunities, visit andovermn.gov.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back here to the Andover Community Center. The Huskies and Minnetonka currently in a 0-0 tie, but I'll tell you, Andover's taken a while to get back on the ice, and I'm not quite sure what the cause of that is. Maybe a little longer discussion in the locker room, and finally the Huskies back on the ice, but things just kind of seemed a bit off, shall we say, today.
Yeah, they kind of have, and Saturday afternoon and early in the season here, and I'm sure we're going to see a better version of the Andover Huskies this second period. Not that we saw a terrible version, we just saw a really good Minnetonka team come out with their skates on fire.
That they did here as we get it teed up and ready. Moving right to left here will be the Huskies, and we talked about certainly Hills in goal, but also another goalie that's done well to start this is a junior goalie in Tyler Jabs. She had the 18-0 win in that first game of the year against Elk River, and then a 2-2 tie to a pretty impressive Centennial team.
Yeah, Jabs looks pretty good. She hasn't had a whole lot of shots, but her angles have been good, and she hasn't left any rebounds on the few shots that she's had. So, you know, coming into a program like this, you have to be ready to go, and she seems ready to go.
Ready to set up here. You get a look there at 13th year head coach Alyssa Volk. Set up, and Gertis tries to bring it in. Sticks work, and then finally redirected back out. On that line with her is also Peyton Haley, number 18, who's had a pretty good start to the season. And there's a one-timer just missing the mark. Minnetonka picks up where they left off. Jelinek waiting here at the near point for Minnetonka. A penalty coming up on Gertis, I believe, on holding. Circling back again. They pull Jabs and have the extra attacker on, does Minnetonka. They get possession back again, Jelinek, and Jelinek picks it up, takes it deep, but then they're whistled there for the offside. So finally, a power play opportunity, the third, I believe, the second of the game, excuse me.
Yeah, some of these penalties are caused because of Minnetonka's speed, and Andover's just reaching the sticks out and ended up with a couple of trips here so far. And I think it's because of the Tonka speed. So once again, Andover early in the period is going to have to kill one off.
And unfortunately, that was Gertis again, as she picked up that penalty early in that first period. Let's see what the Skippers do here. I know they're going to continue to wheel and cycle. Look for a little give and go back, but disrupting that was Streifels. Nice play, Streifels. And you can see the frustration on that ring around. She's like, come on, let's go. Sends it length of the ice, trying to put some pressure. Back there is Wagner. Also back is Larson. A couple of sophomores trying to stir up and maybe a scoring opportunity on the penalty kill.
They're doing a good job right now, Joe, bottling Minnetonka up.
Carrying in and trying to set it up there, Lindsay. To the near point, working it down, shot, save, lot of traffic. And how did she not surrender a rebound when she had so much interference in front of her? Great focus again by Hills.
She got that one right in the Husky mouth, right in the breadbasket there, and that thing did not go anywhere.
Still a $1:12 left on the power play for the Skippers. Reversing, there's Piper Andrews. Tries to ring it along, the second effort. Finally gets it by the far point for Minnetonka. Skippers circle right back and carry it in here. Jelinek sets it up, waits for a cutter, puts it in front, pad save, and two Skipper players were looking for that rebound. Jelinek picks it up again. She's going deep, puts it high slot, a shot, this time missing the net. Looking to hit on the back door. You can see the cutters on that far side. That time it was Benedict. Miller with a shot. Save and covering up, and Hills. Let's just say the Hills are alive with the sound of biscuits coming at her. My goodness.
Yeah.
She has been peppered.
You know, Minnetonka, I'm sure they talked about it in the locker room after the first period. They need to take those eyes away from Hills, and that's what they're.
You're right.
That's what they're doing. They're getting a lot of traffic in front of the net. Look right now, there's 3 bodies there.
Good keep that time by Miller. She held the zone after they lost the faceoff, and then she put a hard wrister in, and Hills makes that save. And there's always seems to be an extra skipper around.
Yeah, you don't know how many times, Joe, coaching girls hockey and boys hockey, saying you got to get in front of that net. That's where the tough people live in there, and that's where you can score some easy goals. But like right there, when she sees the puck, she's going to handle it. You got to take those eyes away from her.
Jelinek had some good looks. She's got a goal and 4 assists already this season, does Jelinek, on defense, number 26 for Minnetonka. She had a pretty good wrister that time. Just 17 seconds left on the power play for the Skippers. In front, just trying to center there to the slot. It's deflected and cleared now by Andover. And that should take care of that extra skater. They are back at full strength. That is the Huskies. Transition now coming back of wrister. Glove save, loose puck there. Tried to jam it home. The goal moves, but Hills does not. Wow.
That was Miller, I believe, the defenseman for Minnetonka. Miller is a forward, but man, she was coming with some speed right there up the ice.
I'm impressed with how well they cycle. Those skates are moving, and it's just so fluid.
Yeah, you can see that they work on that. They really have some good hockey sense out here.
20 to 3 shots on goal early in the second period. Schreifels in the corner. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity for Andover. Gertis then has a poke checked off of her stick. Good play. She circles back, tries to get possession back out again, but loses it off of her stick. Trailing on the play, a skipper. Missing that time, Diebel. Trying to get on the breakout, Deagle rather. Coming out clean, at least trying. Huskies trying to forecheck and put some pressure on. To the corner, and see the move in Iceland Larson. Ahead now to Schreifels, who pinches into way deep to the far point. There's Andrews. Andrews sends a wrister on, and a save in front that time was Larson, trying to run some interference. Again, there's Larson getting to the front of the net. The shot here, and Larson is the one player you're really starting to see, the sophomore, trying to create a spark for the Huskies. Poke checked away off the stick that time by Fensky. Nice play. Trying to round up and get some more pressure. It's on that second line for Minnetonka. Gertis fans on just trying to get a shot down deep. And now the carry-in, Sommerfeld. She's had a couple of good looks, including a breakaway. Tries to chisel and chip at a pass and going to the blue, trying to get a bounce. There was a player right there in front. Sommerfeld creating some of those opportunities, and the Huskies will send it deep and give chase.
Yeah, Sommerfield's been very noticeable for Minnetonka. Nice looking player for the Skippers.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Worked back, carrying in. 3-on-1, 2-on, coming right back into the play. Oh, impressive. As Hills continues to keep the puck out of the net. Piper Andrews whistles one just off the mark. There's a shot. Save being made, so starting to pick up just some shots on goal. That's a base to get some of that momentum. She was going to hold and freeze it there, Hills, but realized there was no one even close to the blue line, so she shuffles it off. Center ice, through the logo. Andover trying to move their way up, and I'll tell you, Minnetonka carries in. Here's that rocket fire, the electric line is what head coach Tracy referenced the second line. They fly back through. That's Benedict centered in. There's a good chance cutting through, looking for the opportunity there, Andover.
Boy, that was a good opportunity right there for Shelby Larson. That was probably Andover's best opportunity. What I've noticed here in the second period, Joe, is it seems like the game's really opened up. You know, the first period, they're kind of seeing what each team had, but this period, man, they are getting up and down the ice. It's fun hockey to watch, even though there's no score.
Huskies, just like you said, for Minnetonka, just trying to get bodies in front. We saw Iceland Larson doing that, and then some good pressure there as well by Shelby Larson. Minnetonka, here's Benedict centering that second line. Stops, reverses ice, gets it out to the far point. This one, a shot on, but in front, just deflecting it off. Moving again, half wall, continuing to try to put some pressure. There's another save made as Benedict heads to the bench.
That's good hustle right there by Hochbaum.
In front, good sec, just continuing to work. And here you see the captain, the team Allie Ryan. Ryan actually scored that tying goal with about a second left to tie it up in that Centennial 2-2 tie for the Skippers.
I'll tell you what, yeah, 3 freshman forwards for Minnetonka. And if you're playing at Minnetonka as a freshman, they got Benedict, Lindsay, and Mo. You're a good player, and all 3 of them are good players, especially playing at a school like that as a 9th grader.
Centering that top line, Allie Ryan, she wins the faceoff to the far point. There's a shot, does not get through. It hits a Skipper. Now a quick breakout. Here's a chance. Nope, it's pickpocket at that time off the stick of Shelby Larson. Minnetonka trying to pin it up and skating away with the puck. Some pressure there. Alex Wagner. Wagner down to the ice, and as a result, we're going to get...
It's like a penalty we got called here on number 11.
It sure looked like they were about to, and they will. Yes, so we'll go on. Number 11, and that is Eggert. Annika Eggert picks up the penalty. So, second chance on a power play. The first, not that much, not a lot of time on a power play. About 43 seconds is what the Huskies had on their first power play opportunity. And we'll rock this one back again.
Well, they called that on. Well, there we go. You were right, Joe. The announcer here is wrong. He got it, though.
Piper Andrews now engineers the way up. Gets to the high slot and loses control. And Minnetonka sends this one length of the ice and right on goal. Schreifels. She can rear back and certainly laser a slap shot. She drops it in, has control on the weave, gets it back now. Andrews. Piper Andrews in the corner. Poked at, picked up now, moving in. Shot side of the net, hits the post, flies in the air. And there you see Jabs making that glove save. I was going to say Jabs at the puck, but she gloved it, secured it, and still 58 seconds.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that post. Jabs had her shoulder right up against that post and gave them nothing to shoot at right there. Luckily for her, though, the puck bounced up and right into her mitt.
18-0 win for Minnetonka to start their season against Elk River. Moving in, back behind now. Huskies take the quick shot here. They try to set up their power play. But I'll tell you, the Skippers doing a great job of just really disrupting on this penalty kill. Beyond the midway mark here of this matchup between the Skippers and the Andover Huskies. Huskies with 25 seconds left on the power play, bring it up. Iceland Larson still has it, carries in. Good stick work, gets a wrister. Got a little bit deflected, took a little fizzle out of that shot, but still, sometimes that can create a rebound, and it did not.
Yeah, that was kind of like a changeup right there, Joe. And they're not always the easiest pitch to hit, that changeup. And same thing for a goalie. It can kind of fool you sometimes.
Still 14 seconds left on the extra skater for Andover. See if they can get a little mojo going with the time left. Unable to hold the zone, not from a lack of effort that time by Fensky. A couple of Skippers come over, as does Iceland Larson. And by the time they get it loose, it's going to be the Skippers back at full strength. Reaching for that puck, trying to get at it was Mo. And we've seen her with a couple of doorstep opportunities off that speed of hers. Working back behind, and that now is Keepman. Kennedy Keepman still with it. And ahead to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld stops, allows some traffic. Beautiful setup that time. And an even spectacular save again by Hills. Redirected. Sommerfeld just allowed those forwards to get a little lower and closer to the goal before she released that pass. And
yeah, when you're a coach and you see a play like that, you get a big smile on your face, because that was real good hockey sense and a great pass across the backside.
Andover behind the net. Again, trying to work it out as Minnetonka. Good job. We keep that time by Schreifels at the near point. Moving it to the corner. A party of five looking for that puck. Finally, it's sent right back to where it was moments ago. And then it's deflected over the glass. So 6:23 left. And as a coach here, and Pete, you coach both the girls and the boys team at Anoka. What do you do to try to get a flow going to the game if you're a coach here?
Well, move the puck. Move the puck is the biggest thing to get that flow going. Both of these teams do not like to shoot the puck into the zone, so keep doing what you're doing and keep getting bodies to the net.
Huskies win the face-off, and Piper Andrews heads to the corner. Bracketed there. The Huskies move it around the perimeter right now. Trying to see if they can find an alley there, but unable to hold the zone. They wave off the ice as the puck almost comes to a complete stop. Just under 6 to play, no score. The Skippers and the Huskies. Just try to put those passes together, right? Schreifels now gets to the blue line, sends it deep, and they go puck hunting. Gertis coming off the bench, darts right to the half wall, unable to get possession, and Minnetonka works it back out to neutral ice. Gertis will carry in, bracketed, puck knocked loose, and a backhander shoveled with the backhand to the corner. That time by Clough.
Scheifel doing a nice job back there on defense for Andover. She's that senior, that junior captain.
Yep, and Piper Andrews also a captain on the team and a senior. But she is so strong on that blue line, but they used to play on that same line. Again, we talked about a lot of seniors gone this year and 74 goals. And that blue line was so strong last season as well for the Huskies. Two of their blue liners playing at that D1 level. One at St. Thomas and the other at Wisconsin.
Yeah, they could play a little bit, that's for sure.
Holding the zone, across the way, breakout, now 2-on-1 emerges. Here comes Benedict in. Nice pass across, shot safe. The rebound just gets by.
That
Benedict was looking.
Stick right there. That was a great save.
Oh, I'm telling you. Hills is putting on a clinic between the pipes here this afternoon in this matinee game as the Huskies trying to break the goose egg, and Hill's doing a great job of keeping it at just goose eggs. 4:20 to go. Deflect, Gertis has it. Now it's Fleck, she gets it back on the backhand. She was at the end of her shift. Tipped, they wave off the ice. Coming to the other side, good path to the puck that time by Minnetonka. But Clough gets over to disrupt. A long pass here does not connect. That will bring a whistle for the ice. With exactly 4 minutes to go in the second period.
Lena Fensky, nice job for Andover, missed the pass, but once she picked up that puck in the corner, she got her head up right away, and that's what you want your defenseman to do. Get that head up, look to forward that pass, and she did that, and she just missed on a long connection.
Summerfield always seems like she has that puck on her stick. Working back again, and now Minnetonka gains the line. Lindsay sends it out in front, deflected. That goes to the corner. Still with it, Summerfield. She's on that third line. Summerfield drops it. Wrister, glove save, flash in the leather, hashtag FTL, and that saved by Hills. But I'll tell you, this is the third line, and they generate some quality shots. That third line of Summerfield, Lindsay, and Moe.
Yeah, 2 ninth graders and a sophomore. The sophomore being Summerfield. I'll tell you what, if I'm a college coach out there, I'm going to watch this girl the next couple of years.
Yeah, she is, I'll tell you, she is a maestro out there. She could make things happen. The center on that line is Lindsay. She's got 2 goals and 2 assists this season. And now she controls the puck, drops it there. Well, the defense stepping into that was Eggert, and that shot goes wide. 3 and change remaining. Huskies try to clear. Tough to do there. Fensky attempted there. Now Minnetonka breaks in. Shot, point blank opportunity. Shot and a save, and finally a goal. Wow. They were just poking, driving, and just crushing that puck. Finally, it will go to number 19 and Moe.
Yeah, eventually they were going to knock one of those in. Good job by the Andover defender, but once again, 3, maybe even 4 Minnetonka skippers in front of that net. And sooner or later, you keep shooting those shots and you're going to get a rebound, and that's what they did right there and knocked it into the goal. So that's what it does when you get yourself in front of the net and put that puck in the back of the net. It's not that hard.
Puck comes at about 3 minutes left in this second period. Ava Moore now her second goal of the season to go along with 4 assists. And that's that third line doing the damage. Gertis carries in.
Now it's really important, Joe, for Andover to stay with it here. You can't give up another one now here before the period ends.
4 on 2. Beating the Huskies down. There's a loose puck. They're shoveling at it. But I'll tell you, just like that, there were 4 skippers and the high slot as they brought the puck in. It looked innocent enough.
Yeah, like you said, there was 4. And that defense for Minnetonka, they're not afraid to jump into the play. They will jump into the play right now.
The second line out there right now is, again, what head coach Tracy Casano called electric. Wrister deflected. Now here's a chance for Andover. It's diffused with a nice defensive play there by the skippers, and Huskies will try again here. Larson will carry in, gains the line, drops it. Poke checked off. Wrister this time, a good looking shot that time with traffic in front. It somehow goes to the side of the net with 1:50 left. In this second period, icing the call on Minnetonka, and it's a 1-0 lead on the goal by Ava Moe at 2:59.
A little bit of pressure right there by Andover. That's what you want if you could get one before this period's out. You know, the last 5 in the first 5 of every period are the biggest, I feel, and Andover getting a little pushback right now.
Face off in the Huskies offensive end. Arister Fancy, this on shot. She couldn't find it. Great shot. But I'll tell you, Jabs lost sight of the puck. It was between her pads. And
she had no idea, Joe, where that puck was.
But it was a great shot from the point. I really like that one by Fensky. Lena Fensky.
Yeah, I think there was a tip out in front there.
Yes.
I had no idea where that puck was at.
Jettisoning out of the zone, there's Minnetonka. They look to get to the half wall. There's Stearns. Stearns cannot hold. Back to center ice. But that, so far, the best opportunity this afternoon for a goal for Andover. Now a chance. Looking at it, 2-on-1. Moving now back behind. There's Andrews, Piper Andrews. Penalty now coming up to Minnetonka as they want to touch that puck. Hills is still between the pipes, and now they get the whistle. Holding penalty will be the call.
Well, here's an opportunity to end the period for Andover, who have a minute exactly to go. Shots now are 28-9 in favor of Minnetonka with that 1-0 lead, but here's your opportunity if you're Andover to tie this thing up.
Coaching perspective, does it bother you to have a power play disrupted by a minute here before the end of the period?
Yeah, I don't think you like it, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's hard to get it going when you come back out if you only have 30 seconds or a minute left.
Capeller whistled for that penalty. Huskies try to skate and split that defense, and it's taken off the stick of Haley and sent back length of the ice. 30 seconds left here in the second period. A 1-0 lead here for the Skippers.
Minnetonka putting a little bit of pressure on Andover, trying to keep them out of the zone and doing a nice job.
Schreifels skates in. Down to the ice. Loses control, goes back behind the net now with 2 seconds left. Gertis, they're saying just shoot it. She finally does, but hits traffic. And Pete, 29-9 shots on goal. And we still have a minute when they come back for the start of the third period with the power play. And your perspective here after 2 complete.
Well, I thought it really opened up, and if you're Melissa Volk, you're not really upset where you're at. If you'd like to go in at least tie it up, but only down by 1 goal going into the last period, you have a chance to steal this one, especially starting out on a power play.
Yeah, hey, you're certainly acknowledging also the play by Hills. You see each of the players coming back and, giving her a nudge and say, hey, thanks for keeping us in this. So the Huskies, let's see what they got going here for the third period, but we're going to step back here for a few. That's a 1-0 lead. Skippers over the Huskies, 2 periods complete.
Hi there, my name is Greg Stumpf. I'm the president of the Andover Lions in Andover, Minnesota. Did you know the Andover Lions have been helping out in the community for more than 50 years? We're a nonprofit organization that's been around since 1974, always looking for ways to make Andover a better place. We love working together with others. We're always looking for new members to join us. If you're 18 or older and have some time and fresh ideas, we'd love for you to volunteer with us. It's all about making a difference together. Our biggest fundraiser is the Andover Fun Fest, where we serve beer and bring the community together for a great time. Every dollar we raise goes right back to the community here in Andover. Come join the Andover Lions and help keep our community shining bright.
Food insecurity touches millions, leaving countless families unsure where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here. You should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
Welcome. My name is Linda Quammen. I am the owner of Bunker Park Stable. We really just kind of do all of our activities year-round, but the big things that people come out in the fall for are our hay rides, horse-drawn hay rides, where a group can come out and go on a ride through the woods. The colors get really pretty, so people enjoy coming out in the fall when it's the nice weather for it. Pony leads and trail rides are a big one. If we get snow, which we're really hopeful for this winter, we take out the horse-drawn sleighs. Really, kind of any activity you can think of, we offer it. We just have to give us a call so that we can talk through options and present different opportunities for you. Everything is geared towards the beginner rider out here. So we have the pony rides that are offered for those riders that are ages 2 to 7, where it's a parent-led ride on a little trail. Otherwise, our trail rides are offered for those riders who are at least 8 years old and 52 inches tall. Geared towards someone who's never ridden. It's all guided. We provide some instruction before people go out, and it's just a nice leisure walk through the trail. Day camps are offered year-round, usually in the off-season, so not in summer. It's usually just a one-day type activity where they come 9:30 to 3. We do play it a little bit by ear depending on the weather and the time of year. Those go posted January 1st on our website and are usually full by February. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely watch the website beginning of January so that you can get a registration into us. Everything is reservation based, so you'll want to make sure and reach out to us via phone to make any reservations ahead of time so that we can plan horses and staffing. But really there is a little bit of something for everybody. So just making sure to give us a call and talk through what you're looking for. We usually can get groups in and accommodate just about anything as long as we have time to prepare and look it over. Biggest thing is watching our Facebook. We'll post up certain activities with dates or promotions that we would be doing. Our website provides all the detailed information regarding all the activities, so that's where you're going to want to look for age requirements or minimum amount of people, pricing, things like that. It's bunkerparkstablemn.com for our website. Otherwise, our phone number, 763-757-9445. Give us a call, check the website. A lot of the details will be on there, or Facebook is where we promote things.
So here in Andover, we have what we call our Adopt a Park program. We have over 70 parks and open spaces that we maintain. So any help we can get from the public, we greatly appreciate. So currently we do have a handful of parks available for adoption. The way the program works is you reach out to our Public Works Administrative Assistant, Danielle, and she can set you up on it's a 2-year commitment that you clean the park twice a year. We supply the garbage bags and everything, and then we'll come pick them up after your event. And it's a 2-year commitment, and you get a sign at the park recognizing whether it's your family, some local businesses do it as a way of just giving back to the community. So any help with the Adopt a Park program is always greatly appreciated in helping keep the Andover parks clean. So we ask a minimum of twice a year, a spring and fall cleanup. You're welcome to do it as many times a year as possible. Obviously, the more often you do it, the less trash there is to pick up. So, but twice a year is the commitment that we ask for people when they sign the contract. So, With all the parks, a lot of them are neighborhoods, and a lot of families just kind of adopt them as like their own park. So they're in their backyard, they help keep them clean, and it's always appreciated from our staff and myself and everyone here at the city. People enjoy it. People take ownership in it. Like I said, they start calling it their park. So yeah, people seem to enjoy the program, and we've really had great success with it. And currently we have most of our parks are adopted, but we do have a handful. If anyone's interested, they can reach out to go to our City Andover website, into the Parks Department, and look for our Danielle Lensmeyer. She's the one who manages that program, and she can get you set up.
My name is Denise Klipsick, and I am the owner of the franchise here in Blaine, Andover, the Just Between Friends Kid Sale. And we are an event that's a community event where families in our community come in and they sell their items, and then they offer them to community members who need them at a great savings. So it's just a win-win. I always say we're families helping families, because it keeps going on and on and on. We have been in Blaine, Andover since 2009. I have not always been the owner, but it started out with two friends, and that's what we are, Just Between Friends, and we just keep growing families and families and families. So I became an owner with Just Between Friends just because I really did like what we do here. I am a special needs mom, and I really needed to find a way not only to help my kids and my growing family, but I wanted to help families like mine. New families, just starting out. We got a lot of baby bumps here today. And also just kids who are older, and they just need to stretch their budget just a little bit further. So I just love what I do. Clothes are expensive. Kids are expensive, and if we can save some parents some money that maybe they can do something fun, or maybe just say yes to something extra, it's always nice. So they can go to BlaineJBFSale.com, and on there are tickets for the events. The event is free to come and shop, but we just ask that you get tickets online. It helps us as staff, it helps us to know who's coming and when. I said a lot of the stuff will go back to other families too, so when the sale is over, our families can come pick up, or they can choose to donate it. And we have a lot of different charities that we try to work with in our area, so it's nice. So even though you might see a Just Between Friends, you can go to Texas and have a Just Between Friends. The idea is the same, we're families helping families, but we're a family also within our community.
If you didn't make it to the April event, you'll have another chance, September 4th through 7th.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Kaitonen, City of Andover Natural Resources Technician. I'm here to talk about the Nature Preserve Commission, formerly known as the Open Space Advisory Commission, which is an advisory board to the City Council. This group is primarily tasked with management and maintenance decisions of the 4 nature preserves in the City of Andover. This group was originally formed in 2006 to help decide what properties to purchase after the approved $2 million bond referendum that same year. After that referendum went through, the group helped to decide on 4 preserves that were purchased. The group is also tasked with looking at potential funding options for potentially buying new land in the city. The group generally meets quarterly on the second Wednesday of the month at around 6 p.m. So beginning in November, December, we will be looking for new members to the group. There will be information in the November, December edition of the city newsletter, which will outline the application process and instructions for if you are interested in applying. So if you are interested in the outdoors, interested in being a part of the community and working along with the City of Andover, and also would like to meet new people, this might be a great opportunity for you.
We are Midwest Animal Rescue and Services, aka MARS. We are committed to serving both pet and parent, finding homes for animals that were once lost, left behind, and forgotten, while bringing harmony and enhancing education in our community. We started in 2006 and have a 98% adoption success rate. With the help of our community and people like you, Mars has saved over 21,000 animals. All of our animals live in foster homes as family members. Once they get adopted and go home, they stay home. We have a nonprofit veterinary clinic and dog obedience training services. We are actively supporting both ends of the leash, both people and pets, breaking down barriers and building community. Visit our website, www.midwestanimalrescue.org, to learn more and join our Mars community today.
Welcome back to the Andover Community Center. The Huskies trail 1-0 to the Skippers as third period, moments away from dropping the puck. As again, this game number 3 for Andover and also for the Skippers. And you get a look here of what's coming up next for the Skippers. They take on Orono on November 25th. And then Dodge County on the 29th, all road trips to Buffalo, and then also to Wayzata on December 6th. That's what's coming up next for the Skippers after today in this matinee game.
Yeah,
they're waiting for the officials to take to the ice. And here are the Huskies game coming up against the Tornadoes on the 25th. And they travel to War Road. That's, two different road trips, to Anoka and then to War Road. And then that's on the 28th to 29th, and they're at Proctor, Hermantown, taking on the Mirage. And then on December 2nd, Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights will visit here at the Andover Community Center as you get a look at head coach Melissa Volk in her 13th year. QC broadcast schedule also coming your way on December 2nd. Girls hockey, you have Visitation Blazers taking on the Tornadoes on the 2nd. Then on December 4th, it's girls basketball, the Huskies. And the Rebels, December 10th, boys basketball featuring the Tornadoes and the Champlin Park Rebels. And then, of course, the band concert on December 11th, the Champlin Park band concert. That's what's coming up here on QCTV. Joe Rulin along with Pete Hayes as the officials finally get to the ice, and the players were kind of getting anxious to jump on, and they're ready to go here for the third period. And Pete, team, maybe I wouldn't say disheveled, but they just look out of sorts here, the Huskies. And what can you do to get them in that flow? And they'll start with a minute left on the power play as well.
Well, that's the way to get in the flow right away, is put something in here on the power play. That's going to be really important for them. And they moved the puck pretty well that last attempt, so we'll see what they can do here. But this is tough sledding against this team right here. Get as many shots on goal as you can, keep going to the net. And like I said, Coach Volk's got to be pretty happy where they're at right now, especially being outshot 29-9, and their goalkeeper's keeping them in the game.
Set here on a matinee game and over here, and let's see what they can do to have an epic third period. And there's someone who's played to an epic level, and that is Claire Hills. She's faced about 30 shots and made all of those saves except for one, but she has been collapsed on, landed on, sticks at point-blank opportunities, traffic in front, and she has been the focus. She has been the catalyst here for the Huskies this afternoon. Minnetonka on the penalty kill. And they get the puck right back here and send it back again. Good job to hold it there for Schweifels, anticipating that pass back out. But Gertis tried to get control now, trying to gain the line and set up the power play. And the Huskies circle back and try a restart here. Carry it in, Gertis. Gertis has it poke checked off of her stick. And the Huskies back through neutral ice. Miller out kind of doing a little bit of parole work out there as she patrols her way. And they're, again, just disrupting. A great job in that neutral zone.
Yeah, Minnetonka is really pressing out high.
carrying in now, just 5 seconds left. They finally get it deep to the Huskies, but back at full strength now is Minnetonka. Working back into the corner now, trying to get a little hit. Gertis there trying to stay open and available for a pass, but this time it's Summerfield will skate out. Summerfield, and then an offside whistle with that stick on the ice. A bit of a disruption in the opening moments here. So Huskies couldn't quite get that flow going on that power play.
Well, that was a stick-to-stick pass right there, Joe.
That's probably the one thing, too, is I've just noticed today, and look back here, Summerfield left all alone back on that left side. She's been able to get some scoring opportunities from there, falling to the ice, still putting a good shot on it. Back out Minnetonka, trying to get a little buzz back going early here in this third period. A two-hopper that Hills pads to the corner. Cutting out in front and running into a teammate. The Huskies are now on the backside. It looked like there was going to be a scoring opportunity emerged there for Andover and Lee, but then a nice defensive play by Minnetonka.
Yeah, once again, that was a speed thing right there, Joe. It looked like the Andover player was going to be in, but the defender for Minnetonka was just a little bit quicker.
Off the bench, Wagner tried to get that shot off. Here's one from the half wall by Schreifels. And you can see Schreifels just really kind of trying to get the tempo going and get this team sparked up with her leadership. It was a year ago for Schreifels, Taylor Schreifels. She had 7 goals, 18 assists, 2 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals, and a +40.
Yeah, she's played a lot of hockey here at Andover. A really nice player.
Zips it around the board at the half wall there, trying to hold the zone under pressure. There's Dorstad for Andover. Minnetonka didn't like that location, and now a race to the puck is on. Getting there first will be Minnetonka. They'll stop, redirect, try to get a support there, but good job to cancel that out by Andover. That could have been a lot worse than what it evolved into. Stearns deflects it, misses on that pass to Ryan. Ryan again misses on that second pass again. Stearns and Ryan unable to connect. Little incidental contact at the blue line by a couple of players, and that being Andrews, and finally sent deep will get an ice, and it'll come in the Huskies offensive end here, and let's see what they can do to get a little bit of flow going.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Minnetonka. There's going to be a delayed offside. Instead, they iced the puck, and Andover will get an opportunity here to the left-hand side of the keeper.
Gertis will take this draw as she goes against Benedict. Minnetonka quickly out. Here comes Miller. Miller has support coming. Inside, drops it here, looking, shot, moved, and just looked up, and the stick went over the top of the stick. Fanning on that opportunity. What a beautiful feed, though, from Benedict.
Man, I didn't think Miller saw her, but she did. Put it right on her stick, and she fanned.
You're right, it was Miller. In front, trying to get a stick there was Gertis. Gertis still looking for that first goal of the season. Shot that time, well played, deflected. And the Huskies dialing up a little bit of pressure here. Now if they could sustain some more and get some good quality looks. It's just a 1-0 game here. Just like that, it could be tied. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left, third period. Minnetonka. Directed back out. Schreifels does a good job to backhand it back in to the Minnetonka end of the ice.
Yeah, she needed to get rid of that puck quickly because Summerfield was coming hard.
Back again, some pressure. Larson skates in, still with it. Tries to slide it over that time to Streifels, who was cutting down the seam. And it was Minnetonka disrupted that. Summerfield now has it 2-on-1. And now a 3-on-2 quickly emerges as well. The shot taken that time by Summerfield, and the save is made once again. What's new by Hills.
Yeah, if Summerfield could have done anything different there, just a little chip pass there, but she kind of made up her mind, buried her head, and went to the net, which probably wasn't the greatest shot, but that speed of hers really causes problems.
They win the face-off. Minnetonka tried to put a shot on, stopping it. Just before it got there was Andrews. Miss on the outlet pass here, now moving it back up. Puck floats to the stick of Dorstad. Aleska, Dorstad. Settling the puck is Eggert, takes it behind the net, rings it off the board, and now some juice coming far side. Here comes Ryan. Ryan, a good shot, gets that pad on it just as you wanted the other winger coming on the other side, but you cannot get the stick down. Nice save by Hills to the far side, going to try to hold the zone, cannot. That's Eggert. She'll take it back to center ice, refuel, and now gain the line. Eggert comes in, tries to go up high. And that may have hit the face mask, perhaps, of Hills. A break, getting some juice here, trying to get things going for the Huskies. We're under 11 to play in this third period. 1-0 lead remains here for Minnetonka. Skippers on the breakout, just miss on the pass.
Yeah, I really like the defense people for Andover. They do a nice job. They're not getting beat on these one-on-ones with all the speed coming from Minnetonka. They do a really nice job back there.
And there's the case there. Streifels poke checks it off the stick of that time Miller, who was trying to make her way in. Miller has 4 goals, 1 assist in the 18-0 win over Elk River. The Skippers outshot Elk River 67-4.
Oh. That goalkeeper was probably flinching in her sleep that night. That many shots. That's a bunch.
Engstrom goes back and had a brief conversation with Coach Casano. Said the tough thing about a game like that, there's Gertis, who turns and maybe trying to center. Streifels gets it, tries to get a shot on, and I like that. You got to get the shot in front of Lone. Snow, what a glove save! Whoa! That was pure clean. What a gem of a save, and that could have tied this up and switched the whole momentum of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, the interesting thing about that, she lost her stick. She put her head up. She was looking for the stick, and then she was right there on the doorstep and said, forget the stick. I need to make a save. And she did. Great save right there to keep this at 1-0.
An unbelievable save. Oh. And as a player, that was Sydney Hermanson with that opportunity for Andover and a chance to tie it. But, hey, it just shows us that momentum can come in a moment. Just an exchange like that. And the Huskies have got to keep themselves active that way. And Streifels is just the person who can kind of activate some of that flow. Gosh, turned what a fantastic save. And Andover that close to tying this up here with about 9 minutes left in the third period.
Yeah, great opportunity there for Andover. Just got to stick with it here.
Lindsay will carry in past the Summerfield just behind. Clough. A little stick work that time, trying to get it by. Andover now circling in front, unable to get a shot off that time. For the Skippers. getting around, left all alone. There's a skater right out in front. But they really tied up the Huskies player that time as they circle back. A good look, see if they can get something going. Poke to the head, now a chance. Here's a break. Ryan, an opportunity on a breakaway, shows a backhand. Beautiful stop again.
Wow, what was impressive about that besides the save was the pass that was made to her.
Oh, that was a phenomenal pass.
Big-time pass.
Ryan looking for her third goal of the season. Shut down by Hills on the breakaway. Stearns drops it again. Ryan gets another look after the pass, that time from Stearns, and denied. Shot from the top of the face-off circle, dialing it up. More pressure here and another pad save. Kick to the corner as Ryan continues to circle around the goal. And Hills has made 3 saves on Ryan this shift. Grinsteiner carries it over the logo, then loses possession of the puck. Huskies have the head down there and had the puck taken off the stick along with the glove. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. Benedict tips that puck, tries to slow it down. Back there alone, trying to handle things. Fensky, a good job.
We've got a little flow going right now, Joe. It's up and down hockey. Racehorse.
It is. Circling back behind. Looking for a chance and trying to see if they can set up another goal, but unable to hold the zone, and they'll chase it back. That is Minnetonka dumping it back in. Benedict. A dump to the horn behind the net. Kicking it back up. Transition. Here's a chance. There's some flow. There's opportunity now for Andover. A wrister. And a scoop save made once again by Jabs.
You know, nice thing that Minnetonka has going from, they have 3 lines, Joe, that can go like crazy. I mean, you got Summerfield, Lindsay, and Moe on that third line. And it makes it really easy as a coach. I remember back in, I don't know, late 90s, we were in the state championship for Anoka boys. I was the forward coach, and I could just throw any line out there. You didn't have to match up lines. We didn't worry about that. Our third line could play with anybody's first line, and that's kind of the way it looks right here with Minnetonka.
Curtis trying to get that puck free in the corner, pinching in. It was Andrews, but now on the transition back. Miller goes wide, sets it up, drops it for a teammate. She gets it back behind the net. Some good passing there.
There's that cycle you were talking about.
Oh. And that Benedict unable to hold the zone, trying to dig at it. There's Miller. Benedict heads to the bench, trying to make a few changes here on the fly. And Lindsay, who centers that third line, is now out there for Minnetonka. Unable to reach the puck, slow it down, but Engstrom now picks it up. She gains it. All across center ice, still in. Good shot that time, just off the tip of the glove of Hills. A hard rising wrister. And we get a high stick call here. 5:26. 5:26 left in this third period.
You know, Minnetonka is such a confident team. They're up 1-0, and those defensemen are still activating. You know, they're getting involved. It's not like let's get it in and get back and play defense. It's like, no, we want more. And, you know, they're not. If they catch us in a 2-on-1, our D will take care of it. But they're really good on the back end, too.
In front, trying to go short side. I like that shot attempt by Schreifels. Almost just getting something, getting that puck on the net, maybe getting some sort of deflection. Icing is the call here for the Skippers. And the Huskies, goals have been kind of tough to come by as the season starts right now. They had the 4-1 win over Holy Angels to start the season. Scored by 4 different goal scorers. But then shut out against Forest Lake, and really just a goal away from tying this thing up against the tough Minnetonka squad. Off the glass, Schreifels gets behind here. Summerfield 2-on-1. Opportunity again. Nice save by Hills. Oh my goodness. 2-on-1. Odd skater rushes. And Hills has been golden. Diamond sharp. Rister here gets a good one. It looked like she lost control. Good screen, some activity in front of the net. Pass, they just couldn't connect there on that pass of Schreifels.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Summerfield's line mate, I'm talking to her when I'm over at the bench. Get me the puck.
Working it up. Boy, a left right there in the breakout. Here's a chance, dropping it in. Another shot, that time hits traffic, but boy, the way they matriculated that puck out of their own end, the defense and the tape-to-tape pass, put it right there to Allie Ryan.
Here's the deal, Joe, with Andover, though. They gave up 1 goal in the first game. They gave 1 goal up in the second game, and they gave up 1 here to Minnetonka. So you play Holy Angels, Forest Lake, and Minnetonka, and you give up 3 goals. You can't be totally depressed about that.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a chance now with a 2-on-1. Here comes Andover, dropping a pass to Larson. Larson. That pass kind of locked her up and got near between her legs and tried to re-engineer, but
yeah, that's too bad right there. That was a good scoring opportunity.
Exactly. Now Keepin comes in. Keepin puts a shot on. What a glove save! Oh my gosh! Someone call 911. The Skippers have been robbed. Oh, whoa! Yeah. What a quick glove!
Yeah, she came out and took that angle away again, and she really knows her angles well. And that was another great save.
But that was a hard wrister coming in. Good technique. Just excellent glove work that time. And Minnetonka, numerous opportunities to extend this 1-0 lead. And now circling back, they hold Benedict. Puts a shot from just inside the blue line. That hits traffic, did not make it to Hills. Corner, Huskies now trying to get it. They block that puck, trying to find it, now trying to scoop it back in and trying to disrupt. A good job there by Hills as following that initial shot. And Andrews got the block but lost sight of the puck. Huskies trying to dial up some pressure here, and one and done.
Yeah, that was the young freshman Larson there.
She does a great job as, hey, she had 5 goals last year, did Iceland Larson as an 8th grader. 1 goal this season and 1 assist.
One thing about Andover, they always play a tough schedule, you know, and they're going to War Road, they're going to Proctor, Hermantown, you know, a couple of northern teams that are pretty doggone good.
Yeah, they do. They certainly like to play the best. They get at it. And chance 2-on-1. Another odd skater rush coming in. Looking, shot, save, locked up again. Moe, who scored the lone goal so far today, another golden opportunity there, Pete, and shut down.
Well, what they're doing, Andover, is they're saying, go ahead. We're going to go 1-on-1 with and these 2-on-1s and that outside, and we're going to take away the passing lane and take away that person on the far side. And then their goalie makes a save. So a really nice strategical move there by Andover.
And a timeout, I believe, taken by Melissa Volk, head coach for the Huskies, as they have 2 minutes and 33 seconds to draw up a scheme here for the goal. It's going to be a matter of when they want to pull Hills for the extra attacker.
Yeah,
obviously, they're not going to do it now with the face-off in their own end of the ice, but kind of a watch-out. And here's where we're going to look. And here's, as you've seen, Minnetonka so quickly transition that puck from their end of the ice back to Andover's. It's tough to find a time, and there you get a
I have a hard time, Joe.
Minnetonka's head coach, former Minnesota Golden Gopher.
I have a hard time pulling my goalie too early against this team, the way that they break out, you know. But I don't know. It's changed since back when I used to coach, in the NHL and college hockey and high school hockey. You used to pull them with about a minute left. Now it's about 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left. They're pulling these goalies, so you have an opportunity to score a couple.
Get a look at both of the leaders behind the bench here. Focused to try to get the head coach for Minnetonka, Tracy. She actually coached at Burnsville, I want to say, for, was it maybe 7, 8 years before moving to that Minnetonka job. And she's had success wherever she goes. 3 state championships for Minnetonka.
That's
Those
pretty
came
good.
way back on, coming back on this rivalry, as I mentioned. This is their 22nd matchup between these two teams.
Wow.
Minnetonka has a winning record of 12-7-2. The Huskies dropped a couple last year to Minnetonka. But
well, it's a great rivalry, that's for sure. And if you can say Minnetonka is one of your rivals, that's pretty good.
I'd say it was 2011 for a state championship for Minnetonka, 2011, 2012, and 2013. I think it was those 3 consecutive years. There, and of course the Huskies state champion seasons in 2020 and 2022. Back at it now. We'll see what the coaches have schemed up here. Right now the scheme for Andover is to get possession of the puck, and Minnetonka doing a great job of possessing and puck movement here. We approach 2 minutes left. Still holding the zone. Good keep that time by Keepman. Just inside the blue line.
Andover's
Huskies
trying to fly someone here.
They are trying to get it. Almost had the chance. Larson poked at it. Larson sends it in deep. Huskies going to try to make wholesale changes. It looked like Hills was going to try to come out of the goal, but with all the changes coming, she had to stay put.
Yeah, and you have to have control of it. I would think down on that end. The offensive end.
Back here as it can't. Summerfield moving in. Stick lifted from behind by one of the captains there in Schreifels. Icing is a call here, but good hustle on that back check. And Schreifels lifts the stick of Summerfield going in on that breakaway attempt. And that's one that Hills didn't have to make a save on.
Well, great play there by Schreifels. She got back on defense. Excellent defensive play, and I guess we won't have to worry now. They're going to try to get out of there as soon as they can. We're down to almost 1 minute.
Face off into Minnetonka, offensive end. They take it to the corner, trying to tie this up. Trying to tie the puck up, but also Huskies trying to tie the game up. Now Gertis controls. See if they can loft it up and get the extra attacker on. Just probably the perfect toss back, but again, when Minnetonka has possession, she's off the ice and she has the extra attacker on. Here come the Huskies trying to tie this up under a minute to play. 50 seconds into the corner, trying to cycle, holding the zone at the far point. Now moving in top of the face-off circle. A shot that's wide. Huskies on the puck hunt. They have the extra attacker on, and Hills is out of goal. 37 seconds left. Minnetonka ties it up in the corner. Huskies finally get it free. They want to send it back off the glass. There's no one at the near point here. Schreifels had gone down to the slot, or at least high slot. Off the board, this one sent length to the ice, and that will bring a whistle with 20 seconds left. Face-off will come back into the Huskies' offensive end.
It'll be interesting to see if Minnetonka calls a timeout here. And then you don't want to rest up Andover's top players either, though. If you got a little more depth, I think I'd just leave them out there just so they know their responsibilities.
A couple of 10s ready to take the draw, Lindsay and Gertis. Gertis for the Huskies. This is a critical draw. Empty net for Andover. Extra attacker on. 20 seconds left. Huskies are down by a goal. Trying to dig it out in the corner. Gertis falls to the ice. A backhander. And now it deflects just beyond center ice. And there's an empty netter goal by Summerfield.
Well, there's Summerfield's goal. She's had a lot of opportunity. took a shot as soon as she got across that red line. But valiant effort here by Andover, but Minnetonka just has a little bit too much right now.
And you know what? It's always not always who you play, but when you play them. But also early in the season, you learn so much. And these, you know, you hear it in college basketball a lot. And Izzo, I'm not worried about the losses in December. I want to get the wins later on, and hopefully these losses help you build the strength and the depth of your team. And as time expires here, and you saw the empty netter by Summerfield, Minnetonka and the Skippers come to Andover and take home a 2-0 win, a shutout.
Well, that was really
For
exciting
Jabs.
hockey. Exciting hockey, Joe. Both teams, they can skate. Andover plays really good defense, has a really good goalie, so they're going to be in every game that they're playing. They're not going to play many teams, if any, that are tougher than this Minnetonka team, so they got a lot to build on. If they can get that offense going, you better watch out come section time.
Claire Hills for Andover faced 40 shots and made 39 saves. She made well over 24 spectacular saves this afternoon in this matinee loss for Andover by score of 2-0 over a very talented Minnetonka Skippers team that now moves to a record of 2-0-1 as they advance into play here just before Thanksgiving. Well, thanks for joining us on this QCTV sports presentation. A shutout win for Minnetonka, the Skippers, as they take home a 2-0 win over the Andover Huskies. I'm Joe Rulland, along with the crew here at QCTV. Thanks to Mark back in the studio. For Pete Hayes, Joe Rulland says, thanks for joining us. Have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.